On a mission, yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa. Don't know what your position is.
Welcome to the On a Mission podcast. This is episode 10. On this podcast, we talk a little sports. We get into entertainment. We talk business. But the real question is, what's your mission and what is your purpose? I'm your host, Jay Ali. And once again, I got my big homies in here with me. I got my boy, Big KG, and my boy, Kez in here. What's up?
What up? What's
What's happening?
How y'all feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Episode 10. What
Episode
you know
10.
about that?
Man, I feel great.
Hey, episode 10, man. We coming.
I like that.
We coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling everybody, but you better start noticing now. I seen this post the other day, and this dude was saying, everybody want to say when a famous rapper get on, he was the first to notice it. Like, oh, I knew about it first. He said, well, follow me right now because y'all all going to be day ones. I was like, that's deep. That's
I've been
deep.
seeing that. I've been seeing that on social media too.
Yeah, that's deep. I was like, that's hard because that's how I feel. And once we get the opportunity, it's gonna snowball. We're gonna take over the game for some years.
Better hop on now.
Y'all better hop on now. But look, if you don't hop on, we still got a seat for you. We ain't gonna forget about you.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love.
Open arms.
Open arms, man. Hey, but one thing, I want to talk about this Sean Kemp thing. What's up with your boy Sean Kemp, Rain Man?
He's a shooter.
Wow. That was a good one.
Well, what I read, not heard, that allegedly Sean Kemp, somebody stole something out of his car, and he was standing by his car, and he shot towards the truck in self-defense.
Okay. See, now that puts the video in context now. Because I seen the video, but I didn't know what happened. I just thought it was maybe road rage or something.
Yeah, it did look like that. It did.
I'm not gonna lie. All I seen was the caption: Sean Kemp shot somebody in a drive-by. I thought he was driving his car. He had that long arm out the car, just popping on somebody.
That'd be crazy.
I heard that too. I mean, I read that too. I saw that. They said a drive-by.
The way they worded that was kind of foul, though. It made him look like
he was,
like he was thugging it out there,
Yeah.
like he trying to, like he trying to be Ja Morant.
Wow.
Yeah. See, Kat, we talked about Ja, man, but I heard from the last pod, Ja Morant, they ruled to where
they're not gonna charge him.
They're
right?
not gonna get charged. So,
Yeah.
man, look, Ja Morant, I love your game, brother, but please look at this as a lesson.
Sit your
Stay
ass down.
your ass. Thank you. Say it, Kat.
Sit your ass down.
Just hoop, bro. You're making $200 million. You got the Nike contract. Your family good. Just hoop, please.
If this don't wake you up, I don't know what will. Because not too many people get second chances like that.
Not to just jump around, but I wanted to get into this, man. What's going down there in Mexico? The cartels, I just heard they released an apology from what I read today.
That's the first time I ever heard of something like that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
They say from the get-go it was a mistaken identity.
Not only did they release an apology, but they gave us the 5 dudes that did it. They extradited them to the US.
Because remember, you did say, what would they do about it? And I guess Mexico was like, nah, like you said, we've been trading our lives for years. So I guess they were like,
well, yeah, because we know that the cartels running shit. I didn't mean. Well, yeah, I can say that. Well, are we like? Yeah. Anyway, the cartels is running it down there, and they don't touch the tourists and the U.S. citizens.
They don't
you know
touch
what I mean?
or bring money into their country.
Yeah, they allow
they don't
it.
touch that. So
Right.
there's a lot of people going down there to get teeth done. We bringing money to the country.
yeah.
Yeah, people could buy medicine,
All kind
get
of
teeth
stuff.
done, tummy tucks, all that.
Man, I know it was a mistaken identity, but please, man, y'all be safe out there.
But it's a lot of it going on out there
Yeah.
now. Right now, it's not a good time to go. And it's been going on for, I want to say, at least a year now. I remember seeing on the news not too long ago that the cartel ran up in the airport and shut the airport down.
Yeah, you see, back in the 80s when they bombed that, was it the cartel that did that? But it was a guy who was at the airport and they blew his car up right in front of the airport.
Cartel run everything.
Cartel
down
runs
there.
everything. And I believe they got, what's old boy name that's in jail that used to run the cartel?
El Chapo?
El Chapo. I think they caught his son. I believe they caught his son.
When they caught his son, it was a big shootout, and they made him return.
No, that was the first time. They caught him again.
Oh, they caught him a second time.
Yeah, they caught him again.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they released them the second time, but I remember it was ugly.
Hey, if U.S. released some mercenary Marines down there, they don't want to see that.
They really
got
don't-
technology that's
But I don't think
unimaginable.
it's gonna get that far.
Well, that's why they gave them up. They was
Yeah.
like, look, this who did it.
'Cause
Here, take these niggas.
Well, let it be known we need Mexico just like they need us.
That's our biggest trade partner.
Yeah. So we're not trying to mess that up.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
no,
one
at
of
all.
our biggest allies and trade partners. And
Because if you really think about it, half of the United States on that bottom from Texas all the way to California to New Mexico, Arizona, that's all Mexico.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're trying to, even California, you go way up to San Jose, Santa Barbara, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
we bring them too much money, whether it's tourism or the drug trade or just
Yeah.
regular economic trade.
Well,
Yeah.
even
So-
with, because they saying it's a police cartel. So even with their guns, with their bulletproof vests and stuff, they're getting that stuff from us.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, they're getting that stuff from our people.
Man, that's crazy, man. It's
But
just,
the cartel runs Mexico.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. You know, I have a homeboy that's he's from be going to Guadalajara a lot, and he said the cartel literally throw like concerts and like have everybody in this certain area go for free. And I said, "You be going?" He said, "Hell no, I ain't going to that." He's like, "So I could talk to one of their girls and then they cut me up?" Nah, he said, "Nah." He said, "But people be kind of nervous about doing that kind of stuff. They'll come door to door and be like, 'Oh, a free concert,' and they'll throw it."
From what I heard, I went to school with a famous Spanish singer's daughter and son. His name was Adon Sanchez, and they say Adon Sanchez used to rap about like mobster stuff. They say he was a real hitman. From what I hear, I don't really know what his music be saying because I don't speak Spanish, but they say the cartel killed him and chopped his body up.
Man, there's so many like
I seen them videos too, man.
it was one I forget, I don't know the singer's name.
When they
but
catch
he-
they op,
Yeah, but it was one where a singer, he was a Spanish singer, and he was in a club. It's on YouTube. He was in a club, and the cartel walked in, and they were like, "Don't sing this certain song or something because it would offend the people." There are certain songs you can't sing that offend them.
That's in all countries.
So somebody walked up and passed him a note, and he looked at the note and was like, "So I'm gonna do it anyway." He sung the song. After he was done, they got him up out of there.
Yeah.
like for real, for real.
I believe the guy I was talking about was Chalino Sanchez, and Adon Sanchez was his son. They both was killed, from my understanding.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I know. I seen a lot of them videos. When they catch they ops, they do people something gruesome.
Shoot,
me
look
tell
at
you-
Puerto Rico. You
let
see
me-
the videos of the Puerto Rico?
Yeah, let me tell you something. You got to be a heartless motherfucker to stab somebody and just chop them up.
Yeah.
Because that's gruesome. That's just ridiculous. That's crazy.
Yeah, your mind is somewhere else doing that.
Yeah, but they
for
be
sure.
sending messages with that mess.
They'll cut you up and send your body parts to your family.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, man, that's why I'm
All
so.
type of elected officials, they hang them off the bridge and behead them and send the head, kick it, playing soccer with it. I seen some crazy stuff online with that, with the cartels.
It's all kind of craziness in this world, man. That's why we got to just stay careful and stay out the way. I ain't
That's
trying to
cool.
be-
That's cool though that they sent the 5 dudes that did it, and they apologized.
Yeah, for sure. I get it. You said it's something you wanted to talk about.
Today that was one of them. I wanted to talk about that. Oh, we didn't finish up with Kemp. So I saw Sean Kemp's video, and basically to describe it to the people that haven't seen it, Sean Kemp is in a parking lot, and I think he got on a red shirt or a red jacket or something, and he arguing with somebody. He's standing outside, and he's arguing with somebody that's in a vehicle. And then I think as the vehicle runs away, I think he had a gun in his hand the whole time, but you can't really see because the camera angle is far away. But as the car pulls off, you hear a shot like bow, like you see him lick a shot at the car. And then you see him still stay there in the parking lot, and then the police pull up on him and arrest him. And so I didn't know what was going on, but you had like a backstory to it. You said somebody robbed him or something?
Yeah, they broke into his car. He had like one of those Porsche Panameras, and that's what caused it. What I read is that somebody broke into his car, and the guy was trying to get away, and he got his piece out. And
See,
shot
I
him.
was proud of him, man. I thought he was doing good because I remember he was on drugs, and then he cleaned himself up, and then he started buying dispensaries. I think he started like some of the first dispensaries up there.
But see, I'm not even. He's still on the right track. Somebody coming for your shit, you got to defend yourself.
Well, I saw today that they cleared him of the charges and they let him
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
so he got off.
that's anybody.
And
'Cause I thought he was down bad.
Yeah, no.
they need to stop looking at these celebrities like they fresh meat or something. Every celebrity ain't gonna play victim.
No,
That's real.
not at all. You can't just run up on. I remember in the story about Mike Tyson, that gangster Mitch Green that ended up boxing, tried to run up on Tyson in the street. And Tyson,
Bust his eye. I remember Steve Harvey did a joke about that shit.
right?
How about that white boy on the plane that was playing with him?
I'm gonna tell you this
Yeah.
right now.
Yes.
Oh, you talking about the one that was on the plane with Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson didn't really whoop his ass, but he could have whooped his butt.
Yeah, he gave him a couple.
I thought you was about to talk about the white guy on the plane that just tried to take over the plane last week. He tried to stab the flight attendant with a spoon.
Oh, I didn't even hear about this.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah, that just happened. It was a flight from LAX to Boston,
Man,
and the
this
guy
world is
went crazy on the plane, and he was talking about, oh, it's gonna be a bloody war on this plane. It's gonna be a bloody mess, and he went to the bathroom and broke a spoon, and he tried to attack the flight attendant with a spoon. I'm sitting there looking at all these people on this plane.
Hey, before you continue that, I'm gonna tell the camera this. Hey, if I ever see that, that's why. No, I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna get into what I'm gonna
You
say.
probably was gonna say what I was gonna say.
Okay, can I say it?
Go ahead.
I'm fucking you up
On
on
everything
site.
I like.
On site.
On everything I love.
I'm 3,000 feet in the air, and you think I'm not gonna whoop your motherfucking ass?
He seemed like he had mental disorder, but he would just get. All I can sit there and think about is if I'm on this flight, my mom might be on this flight, whatever. I see her panicking, and you trying to take over the plane. Oh, you about to get hurt.
I'm gonna put you in the seat
And
and
it
put that
bothered-
seatbelt on you.
What bothered me is, like, a lot of people didn't stand up. It was a whole
Because-
bunch of men, and he had a spoon.
These
a broken
niggas,
spoon.
bro. What are you? So
These
it-
new niggas.
these new niggas. So it's 100. It's 100 people on the damn plane. None of you niggas is man enough to come at a nigga with a
I'm
spoon.
gonna tell you right now, I would have hit him so hard he would have snapped back sane
100%.
real quick.
But see, that's how you know that Cass is really not about this life. Like, a lot of men are scared to be men. Like, I be seeing the gangsters, niggas, and they be trying to gang on me. When a white man walk by, oh, yeah, don't. You doing?
Hey, they got a spell on us, man, as a people, because that's true what you just said. Black people are more inclined to hurt each other than we will somebody else, especially a white person.
I can say that's because it's not the same consequence. If you hurt your own people, the consequence ain't gonna be as rough as it is if you hurt a white person.
That's 100.
But that's trash.
That's
And
what
I
it
want to
is
say
trash.
this to the camera. The people that, the guy that likes to come in and say that, we not bashing black people. We just telling the truth. 100%. There's no way. And if you really walked in my shoes, there's no way I could bash anybody of my own people. We just trying to make it to where we get better
Exactly.
with dealing with, or how we deal with each other. I'm tired of the crab in the bucket mentality, and I'll say that on here.
That part.
100.
I think it also stems from the church too, because we've been praising white Jesus our whole life. I think subliminally, like in our subconscious, we put white people on a higher pedestal than ourselves because of that.
I want to know how we even begin to praise a white Jesus when everything in the Bible is from Africa.
Slavery.
And what trips me out is, like, if you ask kids nowadays or ask a lot of people, you ask them where Egypt is, they don't even know Egypt's in Africa.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I told that on here. It was a story I had where a girl was trying to clown. Like, I said, yeah, I really wanted to check out Egypt. Stupid. You could have said it. I said, no. She said, this is what she said. She said, yeah, I want to travel. I want to go to Egypt. I said, oh, so you want to go to Africa? Why would I go there? Egypt is in Africa, stupid.
How about people in Egypt will claim that they're not in Africa? They claim that Egypt is its own entity.
I did say that on the podcast about me. In one of the episodes where I said I got kicked out of art class because the teacher tried to tell us that this was in West LA College that Pharaoh and them put on blackface. I'm like, them was black people.
So you blew the big noses off to make smaller ones?
Come on, man.
Matter of fact, you blew the noses off here. You didn't put a nose back on it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not on there. You're
So
right.
why everything look like us?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, we have to as a people know our power. Once we figure that out, and it's not like, for example, how the Nation of Islam was set up, right? We was fighting and defending our own until Malcolm had to take his pilgrimage and see that, dang, it's Muslims of all different colors. Everybody don't feel the same way, but we still got to feel how we feel about other people. Like, everybody, like, for example, they so quick to jump on these other holidays. Oh, Cinco de Mayo. Not bashing nobody else's stuff, but it's like, bro, you
St.
know.
Patty's Day.
Yeah, y'all know about more about other people's culture than y'all know about yourselves.
Basically, what it is we can sit there and say, oh, it's multiple colors of Muslims, multiple colors, anything, but if it comes down to it, they gonna separate themselves from you.
100%.
Whether they
100%.
white, Asian, whatever, Muslim, they will separate themselves from you. For some reason, I say this all the time. Everybody want to be black, but don't like black people.
That's the real shit.
Confused admirers.
And it's like, we create everything.
Yeah,
How
100.
we create everything, everybody want to do what we do, act like we act.
Right.
Even
right,
though I don't
right,
believe
right.
you can, even though I don't believe you can act black. If you black, you black. It is what it is. But you don't like us.
It's deep. It's
You know?
deep because you don't like us, but you love the influence.
What it is they don't like the power that we contain if we come together.
There was some shit a couple years ago, where Miley Cyrus was doing hip hop songs. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was her and a couple other artists that start bashing hip hop. Like, how you coming over here eating and then now you gonna go somewhere else and you niggas let her in?
How you come over here eating and your background dancers is black girls from LA?
Exactly.
Wow.
Man, there's so much that we could tackle with the industry, period. Like, all of the BS that they push. Like, this is an ongoing thing every week. Like, you know what I'm saying? You always seeing something that's just like, really? That's what y'all doing?
But the crazy part about it is, we see that stuff because that's what they show us. They not showing us what them white folks is doing, and I ain't got nothing against white folks. I love everybody. If you real, you real. If you fake, you fake.
Nah, keeping it real is there is an agenda.
But like I said, I don't have nothing against white folks. And everybody's not bad.
No, not at all. And I feel that. But we're just expressing, you know, how we've been navigating this world. Like, it's been crazy.
But another thing what puts us against each other is what they show us. They show us the crimes against each other. They embed that in us. On the news, they quick to show you a black on black,
Yeah,
a Hispanic on Hispanic.
it's called programming.
But how many times do you see a white on white?
Never.
They do the same.
Well,
things
white
we
on,
do.
but like, we get white on white, but it be, when it's white on white, it's some like, was Alec Murdoch type shit.
Yeah, they
it's that.
they'll do a school shooting and talk about it for a little while, then it fades off. But then every day is something different
Yeah.
about where we at.
But that's why, but that's what the beauty about social media is. These Karens, we didn't know about them years ago, but social media be exposing their ass. It was just something a few weeks ago that I watched, where this man and his wife, Hispanic couple, came from, I forget where they came from, but they had a pizza place. And a white lady was in there. You're playing Spanish music? Go back to your country.
I seen that.
And he was like, I'm from here. Like, I'm here. Like, I've been here. They can't, this new era with cameras and everything, you can't run no more. Y'all can't run.
And
Y'all can't.
another thing, hey, leave the street vendors alone, man.
Oh man,
Leave the street vendors alone.
keep playing with them street vendors. The
Leave 'em
cartel gonna
alone.
come see you.
Leave them alone. Leave the
100%.
corn man alone. Leave the icy man alone, man. I grew up off of them. You know what I'm saying?
But who?
The
in
elote man.
So let me
Yeah.
look. I'm gonna just say this: who in the blue hell told y'all regulate who can sell something? If I see one of them motherfuckers and I'm doing anything, I'm beating your motherfucking ass. Like, get
Right.
away from me.
Right. If I want it, I'm gonna buy it.
Right.
If you don't want it, don't go get it.
They only do that to people that are smaller than them, like women and children, or like smaller men.
No, the people that
You
do
know
it
what I
is
mean?
the people that feel like they're empowered. They feel like can't nobody touch them until they see themselves on that screen and the whole world is against them. See, when you ain't never had nobody against you, you feel like you got all the power.
Oh, the Karen apology be the best.
Oh,
That'd be the best.
Oh
shit.
yeah,
Man.
100.
Like 2-3 days after the incident, after they feel the hit on social media.
Grindface, stay exposing them.
They can find, and that lady that they did that to the Spanish people, they would have found her Facebook. They found out that she wasn't really from out here. Like, they would have searched her up.
And then they mad because now that everybody against you. Your job then found out that you over here, you work in a public place, but you racist.
They always do this. I just want to issue an apology because, yeah,
Your apology don't mean nothing. The damage
don't
is
mean
done.
shit. Yeah.
The best one was this lady. She was messing with a black girl trying to sell lemonade, talking about you don't have no permit or something.
I'm a permit and whoop your motherfucking ass.
Right, like right now, all these little kids selling Girl Scout cookies, and
Ain't nobody walking up on them.
Because that's an American thing.
man, shit.
That's an American thing. So they ain't gonna say nothing to them. They think it's unique. Oh, you out here selling cookies and stuff. But when somebody that's not part of that organization,
Well, me and Lil Keisha gonna make some chocolate chip cookies and we gonna sit out there and
And Lil
sell it.
Keisha.
and they gonna be better than them whatever them Girl Scout cookies is.
Hey, Girl Scout cookies is fire
They is
though.
fire.
Ain't
is
lying.
Fire though.
Hey.
Ain't nothing against the Girl Scout.
No, I'm not mad at the
'Cause
little
they're
girls.
build-
They
they're
doing their
building-
thing.
And they're
Yeah.
building character. I understand what you're doing.
But to double back on what you were saying earlier about the knowledge of self, now they got this made up bullshit called CRT, critical race theory, where they taking books out of libraries, like all black books, all like inclusive books for like any people of color.
That's all fear.
It's all fear.
It's all fear.
And what I say to the people, especially our people, start teaching your kids at home.
Yeah, because if you don't know yourself now, you really ain't gonna find knowledge of self at
Yeah.
school.
School's only gonna teach you so much.
But let me say this to the camera. Parents, the generation changed. What is it? Our parents' era was the baby boomers.
Yeah.
And the baby boomers, they had to get knowledge. It transitioned from what our grandparents were and our great grandparents. It got to the point where, like, somebody like my pops, y'all pops, like, you know, was on the front line in this, dealing with this. You know what I mean? Like, we have to do better with this Gen Z of knowing knowledge of self. And I see it every day when I'm in these schools. They don't know themselves.
What I say and what I suggest people to do, like y'all families, do that ancestry.com thing. Do it. Because it teaches you more than who you just related to.
100%, yeah.
Like I found out my grandmother, her great grandmother was George Washington's slave.
Wow.
Wow.
So just imagine, and we wondered where the color blend came from. Well, it was mixed. It was watered down somewhere down the line.
You know, that's what it's kind of bringing me to my next point. How we always kind of go into origins. What I want to ask y'all tonight is how we always go into this. But Kez, I'm gonna start with you. What helped you navigate through the streets? Because at the same time, you have been in situations where you had to survive and do whatever you needed to do to survive. Getting incarcerated at a period of time, being at the wrong place. When did you start to get to the point where you decided, like, I got to change my mentality. I got to change who I'm hanging out with. I got to change this, or I'm going to lose my life, or I'm going to be something. Because we all get to that point where we see it. I feel like we be there,
It's a
like,
fork
you know
in the
what?
road.
Yeah, it's right here. Red pill or blue pill? Which one you taking?
Basically, I noticed what was going on because in Paramount you go to school from kindergarten to 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to 9th grade, and you get to that high school level, you start seeing people switch up. You used to be friends with.
Wow.
Used to be friends. Everybody used to be friends and be cool with each other. But then when you get to 9th grade high school, you start noticing that the Hispanics go this way, the blacks go this way, and the Samoans, they blend in with the blacks. The Asians, they go a little bit with everybody. And you start seeing people pick sides. And they start having that prison mentality. You can't talk to the Hispanics over there because you're black. And the blacks
Wow,
don't.
100.
So I noticed that when I got to 9th grade, and then when I got to be an adult and I'm able to drive around and do things like that, and I ain't gonna lie, I party with some wild boys. Like, I ain't gonna never say I was a tough guy, but I party with some tough people, and just knowing that at any second things can go left.
At any moment in time, it can go left.
It can go left. I've had my car shot at.
Yeah, tell us. You mind going into that story?
I had a '95 Chevy Caprice,
Oh, shoot, that's one of the.
and
What is that?
Start there.
Hold on, before you even answer that question, it's like, nigga, what are you doing? What? That's my new dude. Like, what are you doing, bro? 95 Caprice, you wildin'.
I was young. That motor sound good. I had bought it from my homeboy. I had a Nissan before that, but it was so small it got totaled on the freeway. So I never wanted another small car. And me and my best friend, I got a Chevy Caprice and he got an IROC. And I partied a lot. And I'm a type of person, if my friends get into it, I'm gonna ride with my people. But sometimes shit don't go the way you think it's gonna go. You know, when you got the gangster car, you the first target.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
so-
course, you was affiliated just off the car.
But none of us was gang members. Well,
But shit, somebody seeing a 95 Caprice coming down the street, they don't know that.
yeah, we used to.
It was the 95 Caprice. It was that 1996 Impala SS. When you saw those, nigga, I'm going the other way.
They looked the same, to be honest.
Yes.
But I remember we was coming from a party. This place used to be called the Castle downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And something happened with my friends in front of us, and somebody snatched the phone out of the car or whatever, and all of a sudden we had a light. And I had two friends. I had one friend on the right side of the car, the other friend on the left side of the car, and I was behind it. And I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. All of a sudden I hear, roll the window down, roll the window down. So, you know, I smoked the block up. Like, I started burning rubber and we take off. Everybody take off. And I looked behind me and I was getting chased
What, by who? Who was chasing you?
by whoever, the middle car that wasn't supposed to be there. I didn't stop to find out. I knew my car was faster than his. See, that's the reason why I got the car. But I never looked at the whole picture of
Ben, you were putting yourself in, you were making yourself a target and you didn't even know it.
we're always judged.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
always
yeah.
judged.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. But for me, I was blessed to grow up in the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
fact.
everybody in my community, we all grew up together. So it was more like a family thing. So anything inside our gates, you had to deal with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't have too many problems. Most of my problems were outside of where I grew up.
Damn. That's deep. Man, that's deep. And I love when he's on here because he got so many stories, man. They need to hear.
I want to piggyback off what he said.
Yeah.
I'll take it a step further. I think you start figuring out who you are in 7th grade. Because I went to Audubon in 7th grade. And that school was like being on the yard, like in jail. It's like...
I worked up there before. I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
man. Like how you said, like the rockers are over here. It's like, you know, you start to figure out what group you in, and then, but to take it a step further, not only what group you in, but then it's like 40s over here, 30s over here, the BPS over here, and
I think you had it a little bit worse than we did.
it was
because,
crazy. Crenshaw Mafia.
Yeah, I think you had it a little worse than I did because it was kind of hard for us because I lived Paramount is predominantly Hispanic. So you're outnumbered. So you know you got to stick with your people, even though
100,
you might fight with some of your people, and sometimes, but you know you got to always come back to your people when it comes down because when riots dumped off, we were outnumbered.
Oh, for sure. That's, man.
See,
That's
for
a
y'all,
fact.
it was like you don't know where to go because it's all your people.
And we not sticking together at all. We totally divided.
Well, in you guys' situation, it's like not sticking together because you didn't have to. What it was is you were separated by a thin line. You guys were separated by a street. The 40s over here, the 60s over here. You got the Stones up the street. So you guys were separated by streets, but you're surrounded by your people.
It's true.
And most of these beefs
Right. It'd be.
that people are fighting, that kids nowadays are killing each other over, they don't even know the history of the beef.
Because it be in 1972 at a backyard party, OG Mac Loke stepped on Sonny Mac's green chucks, and then that's how it
That's
started.
real. And man, if you was like a non-affiliate at that school and you try to use the bathroom, it was a wrap. Niggas was getting lined up in the bathroom. And in the lunch area, it's like you can't kick it in the lunch area because each table, each section is a different gang, and you can't sit at the wrong spot or stand at the wrong spot. That school was crazy when I went there, and that's 7th grade. Plus, I'm old, you know what I mean? So I was there at the time when 9th grade was still in middle school. So we used to see the 9th graders with facial hair, and they just looked so much bigger than us. And it was
It kind of reminds me of.
And I think Audubon is in the middle of a war zone. It's like in between Crenshaw and Dorsey, right?
Yeah, it is.
Man.
Yeah.
It's
Jungles,
right there. Degnan is right there.
Jungles 6-0. They used to squab in the bathroom and on the in PE area like all the time.
All because of something that happened in 1970 when OG City Mac, whatever name out there, stepped on Sonny Mac's green chucks. And that's what started it all.
It's something they don't.
And I'm not even taking light to it because a lot of people lost their lives for stuff. But when you realize a lot of these gangs from watching, what's the guy's name? Kev Mac videos. Watching his stuff, you realize, like, dang, they was beefing over a girl.
Yeah.
A lot of this started because of a female.
If anybody read that Monster book,
Yeah, Monster
he talks
Cody.
about how A-Trays and 6-0s started beefing.
Because they was one.
Over a girl.
Over a girl.
Nah, but I just pray to God. I'm so thankful that my people's got me up out of that school, man. I don't know what I'll be if I would even be here today.
But see, we all have a choice. And just like, we all sit here and we talk about it. We all have a choice. Like, I realized I was hanging with certain people I couldn't hang with when I lived in Inglewood, right? But what I realized was one night somebody stole my black and red 11s.
I know that hurt your heart.
Asked to go to the restroom. I'm in the studio area in my house. This is after my mom did pass. Me and my little brother took over the house. So, we divided the house in half. He had the back half of the house with the master room. I was like, let me get these 2 front rooms and I'm going to have a den because I would have more traffic than he would. So I'm trying to do something good for the homies coming through that I knew growing up with. Had them all in the house. Dude was like, never forget this dude's face. I'm not going to say no names, but he was like, can I use the restroom? Man, I said, yeah, it's right there. I noticed, like, we just sitting there working. In the front door, I just feel like a draft hit me. I'm like, dang, it's cold. Why is it so cold? Immediately, you going to get up to go, like, let me go check the heater. Let me go turn the heater on and see what's going on. I just immediately got up. But the way the den was, if it's like a room, I had to step down and then get up and then make a step and then go around the living room to see what was going on. Man, I seen my front door open. I just closed the door. Went back, continued to work. All the people left the house. I go in the room, all my shoe boxes, and went through all stuff and took my Jordans, man. And I ended up having to call one of the homies. And
You knew exactly who it was?
it was a dude that he brought. And they was like, yeah, you want to fight him? Nigga, I want my shit back. So he ended up giving me like half of the money for him or something. It was just kind of washed after that. So I was like, you know what? This is a done deal. They was like, yeah, you don't want that kind of beef with the gang. I was like, I'm not trying to beef with the gang. As a man, I need to holler at this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And I was younger at that time. I was like 23, 24. So I'm like,
But the dude that brought him should feel disrespected too.
yeah.
Because at this point,
He said he didn't really know him like that.
uh, don't
So,
bring
So-
him.
how you
so-
bring them to my house?
So that's what I said. So when it all got settled down, because they gave me half of the money, then his big homie ended up taking care of the whole thing. So shout out to that. But I was looking at, okay, I'm right here. I'm in this neighborhood. I live here. But now, yeah, y'all part of the neighborhood. We didn't grew up and played basketball together, but you gonna let this happen. So that's when I realized, because I brought all that up to say, I could have reacted and could have went crazy
Yeah, it probably would have went left.
over some shoes, but then I realized, like, no, I need to change my circle. Because them same people is over there doing the same thing right now.
Right.
That was when
It was a test.
the light went on.
It's like God give you these tests and be like, okay, nigga, I'm going to keep giving them to you. You see what I'm doing? Take it. And I took it that day, and my life changed after that. Like, I stopped. Why am I hanging with these people? Like, it's not making no sense. So that's how I feel. Like I think that was like we all have defining moments where we need to just like something that could just be off. You go in a place and the vibe be off. You be like, we've done it.
Yeah.
We be like, we'll get somewhere and be like,
No, I don't want this no more.
I got a defining
yeah,
moment.
let's go, kid. Yeah, go ahead, KG. What you got?
I'm naming names though. This time, my homeboy Rodney. I think I'm about. I don't remember. I'm in my teens. I don't remember if I'm 17, 18. I don't remember what it was, but my homeboy Rodney came to my house, picked me up. I get in the car, and I realize he drunk. But I didn't know that before. Like before I got in the car.
Oh wow.
So I get in the car. He drunk already, and he already got like a can of beer in the middle of the center console. So he going in on his beer or whatever. We driving. He driving back to his mom's job. I don't remember where it was. City of Industry or something like that. So we on the freeway rolling, and he driving like he on a racetrack. Like he just cutting people off and.
He's
like,
trying to pass
zipping,
you up.
yeah,
You get it?
yeah. Zipping in and out of traffic, in and out of lanes. And I'm sitting there, I'm trying not to look like a bitch. Like I'm scared inside, but I'm like, oh,
See,
he
what?
got it. Like he must do this all the time. He got it. You
I'm
know
gonna go
what I mean?
back to that. We keep going. I'm sorry.
So I ain't say nothing. So by the grace of God, we got to her job, City Industry, right? Boom. I don't know. He went, talked to her, did whatever he did. Now we going back. We going back to my house. Coming out the parking lot, this nigga runs straight smack into like a parked Jeep, a parked car. But he hit that shit because he was driving crazy. Like he hit that shit so hard, and like the crash, like the seatbelt. Like I had like I don't know how to explain it, but for like 2-3 weeks, like the seatbelt, like it felt like it had cracked my.
You got
chest
like a
plate or something.
laceration.
That
or something?
whiplash
Yeah.
hit you.
That messed me up. But anyway, totaled the front of her car, but the car still drove. So I guess the crash sobered him up a little bit, and then he drove me home, and he was driving better home. Like he wasn't really like drunk no more. But that day right there, I was like, I'm cool. I was
Yeah.
straight and narrow
Yeah.
path. Like I was so happy to just make it home and be straight.
Yeah, you had to get
And
up
I'm
out
like,
of there.
gonna
Never
tell you-
again.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Don't play with my life in your car.
No, at all.
I love my life. If you don't,
That
want-
was
if you
me
don't-
though. I was being stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
My homeboy is a little bit older than me,
so
and
you trusted him.
I kind of looked up to him. I trusted him. I was like, oh, he got it. He don't, he know what he's doing.
Shit, that nigga ain't got your life.
But yeah,
You only got one.
but nah. After that crash that day, I was like, all right. I didn't really like explain it like good enough, but as we drive into his mom's job, just like the fear.
That's what I'm
it
saying.
was so
And that-
many close calls.
But that's why I wanted to bring it back. Now you knew deep down in your mind when you got in that car, you knew you wasn't supposed to be in there, right?
when he first took off and I realized that he
Yeah.
was drunk, because like, you know, when you talk to your homie, you look him in the eye and then it's like, oh shit, this nigga off a little bit, you know. Like,
That's what I was getting to. Yo,
that's
Doe.
when I like
Hey.
I got that feeling in my body, like, oh shit.
Hey, it's simple. Yo, Doe, let me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you had said something I wanted to tie into how we be saying, yeah, I don't want to be no bitch. Fuck that. I'm getting out this car, nigga. I don't want to be a bitch and be dead. Oh, I wasn't no bitch. Perfect example, Harlem Nights. He said, Quick, what's your gravestone going to say? Hi, my name is Quick. I'm 27 years old and I'm dead because I wasn't a punk. Think about that.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
Nah, but after that day though, like I just laid in the bed, I was just thinking about it. I was just replaying the whole everything in my head, and I was just like, man, I gotta chill, man. Like I gotta
Carl needs to
be
get it
sucker
out.
free. I gotta cut some people off. I gotta
Get out the way.
It's a lot that could
Yeah.
have happened that day when he hit that car. What if he hit that car and he hit somebody? You would have been in a worse situation because if he hit somebody and he drove off,
Nah, I'm in a
Now
hit
you
and run.
accessory to hit and
now
run.
you accessory to hit and run. Now they're gonna bring you to court. So what you gonna do? You gonna tell?
You not remember, you can't be no bitch. Right?
Nah, you right. It's a lot of different scenarios that could have happened that day, that's why when I was reflecting, when I was in bed and I was reflecting, I was like, all right, thank you, God. I had to give thanks. You know, he let me get back home in one piece again.
Yeah, for sure,
And then
bro.
I was like, you know what? I learned my lesson. Like, I ain't gonna put myself in those situations like that again. I don't even want to like fuck around no more. Like that one incident made me start going to school, made me start reading
Change your
books, like everything. It changed me. It made me do a 360.
Man,
How old were you when that happened?
I don't remember. It might have been late teens or maybe even early 20s. I don't remember. I'm a guess 19.
you really start. That's when you really start messing up though. When you're late teens, early 20s, that's when you start experimenting, trying to see, because you want to see so much that you don't pay attention to the signs that's in front of you. Like, man, the stuff I used to do, I never tell nobody. My mama never know half the stuff I used to do.
Yeah, no, for real.
Like, even, like I said, that Caprice, it was a bad thing. I'm talking about
Tripping.
flying. I'm talking about,
Somebody chasing you and
I
shooting
got-
at you. That's a life changing moment.
but when I first got it, like the first 2 weeks I got it, I had to go to Van Nuys. I went to go see my boy Jeremy. And I didn't have no radio. I ain't had nothing in that car. All I had was a motor. And I'm gassing it on the freeway. I'm gassing it. I ain't drunk or nothing. Why am I going 120 miles per hour on the freeway? You know what slowed me down?
What?
I seen the lights,
Police light?
police lights. And luckily I slowed down because he couldn't clock me how fast I was going. He told me straight up, if you wouldn't have stopped, I wouldn't have caught you.
Wow.
Wow.
But that ticket was a bad motherfucker.
How much was it?
It ended up because I didn't want to tell nobody, so it ended up because I didn't pay it, so it ended up going to like almost $2,000.
Them tickets could be a speeding ticket could be high because I got a speeding ticket one time a long time ago coming from Vegas. Everybody was riding, everybody was speeding, but the cop picked me out of the bunch. And it's like some rule where it's, let's just say the ticket is 280 or something. But for every mile that you go over the speed limit, they add money for every mile.
Oh, wow.
So like if the speed limit is 75 on the highway, but you was going 120, add that up. Like I don't know how much they add, but they add like a certain amount for every mile you go over.
If you get caught going too fast, they'll take your car, period.
Yeah, they told me when I had the M3, I was going like 120 something. He said, I could crush your car right now.
That would have hurt your soul.
Ooh, it would have hurt my soul. Hey, but real quick, we're going to take a music break. We'll be right back in a few minutes, y'all.
Something I could ride to, just as long as we beside you. We don't want no fuss, no fight to, just as long as we know my life. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Gotta give me good vibe, vibe. Riding, sipping on some champagne. So deaf money in a gambling. I just wanna whip with a top gun. You just wanna live in a the gambling. So money I feel make and step off it take. So no matter what you get, just know one thing. Something I could ride to, just as long as we beside you. We don't want no fuss, no fight to, just as long as we know my life. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Good vibes, good weed, good energy. These twists, these turns, go remember me. Hit the corner like a rebel in the 70s. Chirping the tire on a cherry upgrade. Different Cadians, same melody. Riding to some LMG, heavy bass. PCH there, left by sunset. Trying to get the car set on Torres Street. Something I could ride to, just as long as we beside you. We don't want no fuss, no fight to, just as long as we know my life. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go
Hey, welcome back. We back. So look, we've been telling stories on this podcast, and hooping.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna tell you something. Hooping, we used to hoop. Like, I think I could have been in the league as much as we used to hoop. People don't understand, bro. We used to hoop. We go to one spot, go to the park, 3-on-3s, go sneak into the Memorial Gym, hoop there, then go to Laces, hoop over there. We was hooping so much in the day. That's why we had no weight on us.
All day, every day.
But this one particular time, here's a story about hooping. I went down to Epic. I don't know if y'all know what Epic is, but it's right there on Vermont and Menlo at the Coliseum. It had a gym called Epic. So we in there. We get there at 10 in the morning. I used to get there like 9:30 so I could be the first to put my name on the list and get my 5, and then they 5 would come. This one particular morning, this is why that Xavier TV, when he said, "Hey, cuz, you hear me?"
Yeah.
So that's why this story. So we get ready to play. We play from 10 a.m. to 2, and then niggas will go eat some pizza or some shit, and then go hoop again. And later on in the evening, this is what we did.
Niggas was running off pizza and soda too. That was the fuel.
Running. So
That's crazy.
we get there. Now, mind you, there's this dude, P. His P was like 6'7". He was nice. He looked just like T-Mac too. We used to call him T-Mac. We got T-Mac. His brother Tim was fast. Tim was fast. He could shoot. He was a fundamental nigga, but he knew how to score. Like, he could score. And, you know, I did my thing, of course, but we hooping.
Jordan.
So we hooping. And we getting ready to hoop. Mind you, so there's this gangster dude come. I think he's from Hoover's or something. He walk up in the gym. So he don't know nobody there, but he think he knows. Mind you, we 10, 12 deep, but we all like scattered around the court. You know,
Where's
don't know.
Epic at again? Vermont and what?
Vermont and Menlo. It's right there,
Okay.
right across the street from Bell Sales. It's
Okay.
right there. The Coliseum. It's at the Coliseum. The gym up there. It used to be called Olympic, but they changed it to Epic. Anyway,
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Hit you up. What up, Grove? You got your 5?
no, he didn't do that. This nigga Rachi said, who name on the list? My name is on the... No, I think Tim's name this day was on top of the list. He come and put his name above Tim's name. I'm playing, cuz. No, he said, I'm playing, Groove. This is what he said. I'm playing, Groove. He said, and he goes to T-Mac. P, that we call P is T-Mac. So he said, yeah, this little bitch-ass nigga right here. I took his name off the list. He can't do shit. He said, oh, yeah? Oh, okay. So I see one of the other homies, Cedric, going to go lock the doors, like pull the doors in. And dude was like, he's like, let a nigga say something. He fed me. He said, well, nigga, that's my brother. And the gangster dude was outnumbered. And he said, he was like, yeah, well, I'm about to, don't be here when I get out. And one of the homies, the older homies, was like, you ain't getting out these doors. Like, so you better make peace because it's 12 of us and one of you. Where your homies at? So the dude that had the homies with us, so he peace treated quick because he saw what it was about to be. So he so he said, yeah, man, he said, there's a way to do things. He said, it's a respectful way. You just wait. We'll let you play, but you're not going to play first. So the dude sat there, and I remember he said, no, you know what? Fuck this list. And he pulled out his strap. He said, now what y'all going to do? The OG was like, what's up? I had a revolver like in his back thing and just pulled it out. He said, let me tell you something, young man. He said, my guns are not loaded. But he said, you pull something out, be ready to shoot it. He said, I'm going to tell you, you don't know who you were messing with. He's like, I'm a pastor that's up here. And he said, for me getting in that altercation with you and pulling my weapon out, I'm out of character. So I got to go thank God right now that I didn't end your life. He hit him with some bars, bro. So the dude ended up calming down. He told him to take the gun out. And then after we would see him, he would be cool. Like, he'll come in there and hoop and have no issues. But I thought it was for show over that day. Because when that strap came out, everybody you could hear a pin dropping up. It got quiet quick. The climate changed. But really, the reason I brought that, it was just something stupid. Like, because you can't hoop. You don't want to go through the protocols or you want to shoot everybody.
But you can hoop. You just want to hoop first.
Yeah, you just got to wait.
You don't know what would have been real funny? When he was like, I got next, and he got on the court and everybody left.
For real.
Yeah, you going to play
For
by
real.
yourself.
you can play. You can play shoot around.
And to me, being like a, I don't know, maybe something's wrong with me. And you know how I am, KG. Like, I feel like my instinct came in. So when we start playing, he plays, I guard him. And I'm going physical at him. You know how I play. Like, I'm going straight up physical at him. I'm fouling him. He going for a lip. And I remember I held his arm and pulled him back. Because at that point, I don't respect your game. I don't respect you. So I'm trying to see what you're going to do. So I pulled his arm back and he goes, that's a foul. I said, yeah, I'm going to keep fouling you. Like, that's how it got heated like that. But for some reason, something in me was like, just go get him. And the strap and all of that shit went out of my mind. I was just like, yeah, let's go.
The thing is, at that point, when he on the court, you got to get to your strap.
Right.
And if you think I'm going to let you get to your strap and I know you got one,
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
nigga, you'd have been under the bleachers.
You're gonna get folded before
Folded.
you even.
Pops got the best
Turn
line
around.
for that. Pops used to always say, hey, you know, they may have guns in there. He said, do you think they started making guns when they made theirs?
Right.
That part. That part.
So, yeah, man, it was just a lesson, like, being young and knowing how to really, like, navigate. That's why I brought that story up, because it could have went left quick. I could have just been hooping, and then nigga could have went crazy and shot everybody.
But that goes back to the other episode when we was talking. That was one of my keys. It was like being fearless,
Yeah.
because it's predator and prey out here in these streets.
Yeah, you can't be fearless. Like, certain things, like if a Karen is yelling or something, that shit don't move me. Like, they'll try to do things to take you out of it. I'll be like, look, man.
Even when niggas is where you from, what size them shoes, nigga, they your size.
Hey, my
What's
older brother.
happening?
Hey, my older brother got the coldest one. I remember some Tonguing Crips banged on us. We was over there on El Segundo, and they were trying to pull up like his shirt, right? And he was like, he said, "Hey man, we grown over here, bro. Y'all not doing that." And he said, the dude goes, he said, "Where you from?" He said, "Nigga, why? You gonna come see me? You want my address?" And when he said that,
Damn.
we just lost it. He said, "Hey man, I'm a respectful man, man. I ain't got time for this. We too old." And the dude's pushed on. But it's just crazy.
Tongue
man.
is big.
Your brother's a nut.
Yeah.
He got that Wally Ali in him. We got that
But
Wally Ali
The
in
thing
him.
about it is, Tungus is big, but him and all his brothers is big. Like, this camera don't do him no justice. I keep telling him he bought them arms. Them not his.
The homie told me, one of my
Oh, that
homies,
nigga
shout out.
Jax.
I gotta give him a shout out. Shout out my nigga DJ, please do. He said, you got body dysmorphia. Nigga. He said, you swear you not big. Nigga, I said, nah, I'm trying to get a little bit bigger. He's like, nigga.
That's because you never was big though. You was real slim and you had the perfect basketball body.
Yeah, I
like,
did.
Slim and long.
You know how girls get BBWs and they don't match their legs? This nigga got arms that don't match his body.
No, I remember being slender, but I was fast though back then. I could jump out the gym.
This nigga Jax.
Now you're trash.
Nah, I can still look. I still got it. KG know what's up. I used to get KG in the buckets as a youngin. I didn't. Nigga,
Nah, I used to.
Cause look, I had
Because
to.
you used to play up.
I had to play up to be better. So when I got to high school, ball, I'm like, oh, I could play with these
He
people.
had like a little fade that was kind of unstoppable.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm playing up with the big homies. So when I go play in these leagues, I'm gonna dominate. So I played with niggas 5-6 years older than me because if I felt, because I remember when they would not let me play. I was 14.
Never. We
They
used to
would-
let you play.
No,
What you
no,
mean?
not at first. Y'all would always have y'all games, and I'll be there calling next. Nobody would pick me up, right? So then one day I got on the court. I feel like Kobe right now. I was sitting for like 3 years. Once I got on the court, it was a wrap because I started trying to go. Because remember, Hakeem used to always tell me,
I don't
guard-
remember that. I remember every time you asked
No.
me to go hoop, we go hoop.
That was after I got in good with y'all. Because remember, Hakeem used to always make me guard the fastest player and the best player. He's like, in order for you to get better, you got to guard the fastest nigga. So I'm out there trying to cut off the niggas that was playing league ball.
Yeah.
So when I got to hang with y'all, I was like, oh, now they can see my game. I started going crazy. I would go up there and shoot like an hour before y'all would come. Just so I'll be ready. I'm like, when they pass me the ball, I'm gonna be ready to knock the shot down. Like, that's how crazy I was about hoop. Then when we start dunking and stuff. oh,
Buddy, man.
I think for me, I didn't really get to get crazy with one sport because I played football and I played basketball as a young kid. But once I got to high school, the school I went to, the basketball coach only wanted you to play one sport. And,
Yo, that's trash.
so that's when I picked up track. But my freshman year, I broke my ankle, so I couldn't do no sports.
Damn, KD ankles.
Man, I broke a lot of bones. I wasn't built for football. I should have stopped playing football a long time ago. I was like 120 playing football, playing safety and strong safety. Varsity football. Yeah, I wasn't built for it. I should have just ran track. I still feel the pain from the shits that I broke.
Yeah, no, that's how you know.
Damn.
But you a fast motherfucker though. I seen you run before. As a grown man.
I used to be fast. I ain't running nowhere now.
But yeah, man. Speaking of KD, man, shout out to KD. Hopefully he get better. He hurt his ankle.
The basketball gods have spoken.
Well, they did say. Remember I was watching something. Remember Steph Curry was supposed to be out the league because he didn't have good ankles. But then he became Steph. KD, that was a freak accident
That
though.
was karma. Because
Why?
he's ring chasing.
His son's not about to get no ring.
He's not going to get no ring on the Suns. But I'm just saying,
But in the NBA, what are you doing? What's your goal?
that's true. But
I mean, he
not
might,
like that, though, man. Like, every time you got to have a super team,
No, he can't build nothing.
like,
He
that's
got to have a
garbage.
team. Him by himself, he can't do it.
He joined a 72-win team at first.
Yeah,
Like,
But then look, here's
but
the
the
thing.
league is different from what we used to grow when we was growing
But
up.
here's the
Nah,
thing.
that
He
was
made
weak.
it. But look, he made it even weaker. You know why?
everybody knew that they were going to win the chip the moment he got on.
But here's why they made it weaker. You want to know why he made the league weaker? When he did that move and winning one of them championships, he still was complaining.
But you got
That's crazy.
You know what's so wicked now? But now I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm looking at this. This is just like the college football. How these kids, they make commitment to a team, and if they don't like the team, they enter a portal so they can go to another team.
That's true. They be doing that.
No commitment now.
Yeah. So
Nobody want to build nothing from the ground up. They just want to take the easy route. KD. Now he on the team with Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton.
And now he not gonna play. He might miss the season, right? Are you saying?
Oh well, he might play in the playoffs,
Yeah.
but like the rest of these 18 or 17 games left, he probably ain't gonna play.
you know what's wicked though, because when Kevin Durant was with OKC, him, Westbrook, James Harden, and Ibaka, if they would have stayed together one more year, they was gonna win the ring.
They wasn't gonna give James, but they didn't want to give James Harden that money he deserved, and he
And
should have
James-
That's what
started
happened.
And James Harden still ain't got a ring.
That's what
because
happened.
he became something else.
But for all y'all that don't know what we talking about, KD was in a layup line. What team were they about to play? Were they about to play the Knicks or somebody? I don't know.
I don't
was
remember
Sac.
the team.
Sac?
Sacramento, yeah.
Okay,
What's it?
so this is before the game even started. He was just practicing. He was in a layup line by himself. Nobody playing defense on him, and he went to do a layup, simple 1-2 step before you take off, and he twists his ankle on I don't know. I guess the second step before you take off. It was crazy. I don't even know how that could happen.
And another thing is these cats is making millions of dollars and not protecting their legs. Growing up, I didn't wear low top basketball shoes.
Yeah, what is that?
I have no idea.
Because niggas was wearing Chucks back in the day and wouldn't even get hurt like
Chucks.
that.
All kind of stuff. But then again, too, when you wear a fresh pair of basketball shoes on a fresh court, when you stop, sometimes your body keep going.
Yeah, that's facts.
Well, and then those new shoes today, it's so much padding that it's so thick between like the bottom of your foot and the floor that it's easy for your foot to.
Yeah, that's stupid. I
My
never understood
My
that.
favorite two shoes I bought in was the Allen Iverson Questions
Oh, I love those. I played in those.
and the Vince Carters.
The Shocks. The Shocks was nice. Mine were the AIs, for sure. And I love hooping in them Jordan 12s. The
Yeah.
flu games. I
Yeah.
love hooping in them shoes. They was comfortable. But the most comfortable Jordan, the hooping, is the 6s.
I
In
knew
the
you were about to
7s.
say that.
6s and 7s is the most comfortable Jordans. I see why that nigga won a championship in
But you
them.
got to think, every shoe Michael Jordan played basketball in was a high top.
Yeah.
They didn't. When did they start making these low top basketball shoes?
So you notice
The
what-
Kobe's.
Yeah, Kobe. But see, you notice something. Let's talk about Jordan because I love Michael Jordan. The Jordans from the ones was flappy. The original ones is not the Jordan ones. That's what Nike did. It's the Nike Airships.
The original ones is like
No, those are the Nike Airships. So if you look at the Nike Airships, they have better protection that he wore. But he broke his foot in the remanufactured Jordan ones.
Yeah.
So if you look at the twos, if you ever have a pair of twos, the ankle support is crazy in those. That's why the tongue is so high. Because when he came back, that's when he started balling out in '87 when he wore the twos. Like, I like the twos. They're
I like the
comfortable
twos,
too.
too.
Yeah, they're comfortable.
I love the twos.
And then the threes got kind of lower, but they still had that ankle support.
Every time he always had a shoe that covered his ankle,
Yeah, for sure.
no matter what. He did say the ones was the most uncomfortable though.
The ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he said
Playing in ones is like playing in Converse.
But think about it. So when there's a game that he played in New York, and he brought out the OG ones to
Yeah.
play in.
That's the last
Yeah.
one. That's what I was
That's when
talking
he
about.
hurt his feet.
And he said he was like, man, the technology changed so much since then because he was wearing the 13s then.
It's like playing in some Chucks, man.
Yeah, the ones is just a stylish shoe now.
My favorite shoes
I
to
think-
play in was the foam posits, though.
And then another one of my favorite shoes is the ones that came in the suitcase.
The 17s.
Those is fire. I like
Them
those.
the Wizards. I know all the J's.
I like those.
Them,
Those fire.
Yeah,
them hugged your ankle.
yeah.
It was hard to take him off.
No, those was good.
Those fire. Let me see if it's.
The 17s, bro, you ain't got to look it up. I know that. Jordan facts. That came with the big briefcase, and they was $220.
I just want to see if I'm
thing
thinking
is,
the right ones.
You know,
17s.
I think I got the best experience with the Chicago Bulls in this room. You know, my dad from Chicago. So when they won against Utah Jazz, they won in Utah. But we was in the Chicago Stadium.
Oh, that's
We
fire.
watched the game instead. I got to go to the parade.
That's fire right there.
I got to go to. I've been in California my whole life. I ain't never been to a Laker game.
Man, you got to go.
I ain't never been to a Laker game. I ain't never been to a Laker parade. But I was at the Chicago Bulls parade.
Hey, well, I would say, here's the thing. I appreciate that because Michael Jordan's my favorite player. I got to see AI play because we snuck into the sports arena where the Clippers used to play there. We snuck in
I've seen
there.
AI play the Clippers.
That's when they was
before.
giving tickets away.
We saw him play. I got to see Kobe. I had the dopest seat against Kobe. I think they was playing the Wizards, who Gilbert Arenas. We were behind the backboard. And this is when I
Was
really...
that the game Gilbert gave Kobe 60?
No, this was hey man, I gotta look at the game. I remember no, he didn't because Kobe was going off that night. But I remember we were right there by the tunnel. So the home backboard is right here and I'm literally on that second row when they're coming out the tunnel. So I see Lamar Odom, he come out. I'm like, dang, he tall. But I'm thinking on TV, because I ain't never seen Kobe in person. I'm thinking Kobe just like this slender dude. Kobe came out looking wide as shit. He looked like a 3 or like a 4. That's how wide he was.
And TV don't
do nothing. But I saw like how his game was. I was like, this nigga, Kobe is cold. So as he's running past, he just barely missed my hand. I was like, dang. So I love Kobe. Like
my little brother,
Kobe goated.
my cousin, he trains professional basketball players, and he was training my brother when he was in high school, and they would have open gym in Orange County. And they have an open gym, and they balling and everything, and my brother come and tell me. He calls and tells me, guess who walked in the gym?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant ran one pickup games with him in Orange County. He said he was getting buckets, too.
Oh, he's going to see.
He don't care where he at. He going to go 100%.
No.
Yeah.
He don't
He
care.
do go 100.
I was watching this. It's an older interview, but I was watching KG. Kevin Garnett is amazing. He was telling a story about how he went to the Bulls facility and MJ and them was in there. MJ said, "Oh, get the big one." He's like, where my shoes?" So he got on the court and he ended up fighting Scottie Pippen. And he fought Scottie Pippen that day because he said Pippen was like, "Oh, give me the youngin." But you know Garnett 7 feet. He said Pippen took a jumper and like nailed it. It went over his head and went in. And he said, "Oh no, fuck that. Give me the ball." He said he's in high school still. He ended up going elbows at Pippen and shot it and made it on Pippen. He said Isaiah Thomas came up to him and said, "You ready for the league?" Because he said he was sad that he didn't get a chance to pass the SAT. He declared for the draft. And then he said later on when he got in the league, that famous story about him talking shit to MJ. And MJ was like, "Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah?" I love that.
See, I
11.
didn't know they had a gym. Where was this gym at? That all the ball players go play. They have their own open gym.
Was it not El Segundo?
Is it or was it? I think it was El Segundo, but no, this was somewhere. I think in Chicago.
Oh, in the
Yeah,
Bulls.
'cause-
Yeah, it was the
'cause-
open gym out there. It was
Yeah.
off of something.
Because I think Kevin Garnett is from Chicago.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's from Chicago. So
He be
yeah.
saying Joe. If you really listen to it, you be like, yeah,
Yeah.
Joe. That's
Yeah.
Chicago.
You can tell. I'm gonna tell you this. You can tell a Chicago person because they prideful.
Yeah.
They very prideful, and you know they got their own unique way of doing things. Like Pat Beverly, that's the name, right?
Pat Bev, yeah.
Yeah.
From Chicago.
Yeah. I like Chicago niggas.
I like playing basketball with them. My family from Chicago, so I guess I'm used to it. But when I say they prideful,
You know who prideful? AD.
he
AD
playing
the
decent
true.
right now.
AD the
Nah, he
best in the
killing it. He
NBA.
playing the
Decent right
best.
now.
You know, he playing like he the best player.
Yeah.
AD is the best player in the NBA by far.
I don't know about
No,
that.
he is. Like
Y'all
he
think
is.
so?
Yes.
Yes.
When he's not
And you know
hurt,
what? I can't say
1,000%.
I can't say he's not the best player.
He is
because
unstoppable.
but he's only good if he's on the court.
no, but look,
That's
he
true.
blocked shots. That nigga's gonna score. He had 30 points, 12 rebounds. What he had like 4 or 5 blocks. He was.
It's ridiculous.
He has a lot of he has the potential to be. Well, I guess he is the best. Y'all say he the best. He is the best.
He was the reason.
I think I'm just judging because you rarely get to see him play. He's like a unicorn.
He gets hurt, but I think like he's learning how to take care of his body now. Like he had a bad fall the other night and got up, and I was like, okay, he
Yeah. a
good.
couple
Every
bad
time he
falls.
fall, you get nervous.
Yeah,
It's
Every
like
time
a
he jump, you get nervous.
it's like a giraffe falling. It's like a giraffe falling.
I was at this game where he fell and hit his back real hard. I was like, damn, but he lanky.
You need to put some weight on.
Yeah, you gotta get with
Playing
Brian in
on
the gym.
stilts.
But shoot, man, we've been talking for a minute. This has been the podcast for the day. I love it. Hey, y'all know what to do. JallyMusic.com. Get your merch. And make sure, man, y'all sharing this podcast with everybody. People saying they're not seeing it. So we going to deal with this little shadow ban thing we got going on. But if you like it, man, please share it. Like, comment, and subscribe on it. And I do read the comments. So, beware. If y'all got something to debate with me. I'll bring it up on the show. But tell them where to find y'all at, man.
You can find me on Instagram at DJQUEZE. I repeat, DJQUEZE.
You can follow me anywhere on all social media platforms at Zoolay, ZOOLAY. I'm primarily on Instagram, so that's at Zoolay2, ZOOLAY, the number 2. Check the website, ZoolayMusic.com. Got free downloads on there, all our videos, live performances. And yeah, man, just check us out. I'm on all streaming platforms, Zoolay, ZOOLAY. Just tap in, man.
And go run that J. Ali Music page up on YouTube, man. Go run that up real quick, man. He got heat on there.
Appreciate you, man.
it
Episode
up.
10 in the bag. This is episode 10. It seemed like yesterday we started this thing, but we here and we coming. Just remember, like Westbrook told KD, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Ba, 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 ba. Episode 10.
All right, y'all. Peace. Be safe.